while fleets battled and islands burned. A different kind of operation was underway on a quiet pier in San Francisco. Its weapon was not a bomb, but a letter. Its target was not an enemy stronghold, but the loneliness of a soldier 10,000 miles from home. This was the San Francisco Fleet Post Office, FPO, the largest and most complex mail sorting operation the world had ever seen. By 1945, over 2 million American servicemen were scattered across the vast Pacific, from the jungles of New Guinea to the decks of ships off Okinawa. For them, a letter from home was more than paper. It was a talisman. It was a photograph of a newborn son, a clipping from the hometown paper, the faint scent of perfume on an envelope. Commanders knew that this link was as vital as ammunition. An army that feels forgotten cannot fight. And so, every single piece of that mail, every V-mail letter, every birthday card, every care package with cookies from Mom had to pass through one building, the FPO at the San Francisco port of embarkation. The scale was staggering. The FPO handled over 8 million pieces of mail every month. Mountains of sacks arrived daily by train from every corner of America. Inside the warehouse, it was a controlled chaos of humanity and machinery. An army of 3,000 civilian clerks, mostly women, worked around the clock in 3 shifts. They moved with a quiet, determined urgency, knowing that the box they were sorting might be destined for a Marine in a foxhole on Iwo Jima. The system they mastered was a miracle of logistics. Letters were sorted not just by name, but by a constantly shifting code of unit numbers and fleet movements. A ship could leave San Francisco on Monday, and the mail for the men on that ship had to catch up to it at its next secret port of call, Guam, Ulithi, or Leyte. Clerks memorized thousands of these routing codes. They became human computers, their fingers flying over pigeonholes that represented not places, but moving targets. The most fragile cargo was the package from home. These were not standard issue. They were bulky, odd-shaped, and bursting with homemade love. A clerk might be sorting a box of socks, then a fruitcake, then a stack of phonograph records, then a carefully packed violin. Each had to be inspected, resecured, and routed correctly. One famous story tells of a clerk finding a live birthday cake with lit candles inside a box. A mother had timed it perfectly for her son's birthday overseas. The final challenge was the last mile. Mail was loaded onto fast mail ships or packed into the holds of transport vessels. It was dropped by parachute to remote units, delivered by landing craft to beaches, and passed hand to hand onto rolling aircraft carriers. The system was so effective that a soldier writing somewhere in the Pacific could often get a reply from his family in Ohio in under a month, a lifeline across an ocean. The San Francisco FPO never fired a shot, but it fought a daily battle against despair. It was a factory of hope, an assembly line of human connection, in a war fought with overwhelming industrial might. This base understood a fundamental truth, that the most powerful supply it could deliver was not steel, but spirit. It reminded every sailor on a dark night and every soldier in a muddy trench that they were not just a serial number in a machine, but a son, a husband, a father remembered. When the war ended, the mountain of mail slowly subsided. The clerks went home. But for the duration, that unassuming warehouse on the edge of America was the emotional switchboard of the Pacific, proving that the most critical supply lines are sometimes made of paper, string, and the enduring need to say, "I am thinking of you."